Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 Reiki Healing Hope family. This is, I think, the first time that I've ever said hello. My name is Jessica, and welcome to this healing experience. If you've taken advantage of my live healing sessions, you will know my name and you will know what I look like. But for now, this is really about your healing, your time, and I'm going to try to have this as both a healing session and a few ASMR triggers, so you might fall asleep a little bit or feel relaxed, and all is perfectly acceptable. Scoot over a little bit. Okay. So today we're going to do a healing session, and as I always do, with your permission, can I start out with a prayer? Thank you. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for our highest good, please connect us as a community. Connect us and root us in our own path, that we may see the purpose and the purpose of our future. That we may go forward in steps each day, even in difficult times or times of confusion or self-doubt, so that we may blossom into the beauties that we are. I call upon help from the archangels, the Reiki masters, the ascended masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Kutumi, and all those in all wisdom traditions for our highest good. I show reverence for the ancestral line, as well as spirit guides, spirit animals, and all that has connected us to higher vibrational energy only. And I say all of this in the name of I am. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to use a candle today because candles are very strong. My sister is very into Wiccan things, and she often talks to me about the power of candles and the power of intention and magic and things like that. So she always says that, you always got to be careful. You always have to be mindful of what you're doing, because it matters, because candles are so strong. But you know that in this community, we only are doing things for our highest vibrational good of ourselves and for others. So just go ahead and relax. Taking your time. Go ahead and light this candle. And I use this candle just as an opportunity for you to have something to focus on, so that when things up, it has somewhere to go. Continue to breathe here. Taking my time to form this wick. Being patient. Being patient. Now you have this flame to send anything that no longer serves you there. And you don't have to feel like you're being selfish by letting go. It can be your own baggage, other baggage, guilt, whatever it is. Put it there in the flame and send it on. It is a representation of the transformational flame of Saint Germain. If you want to get a candle of your own, you would just simply pray over the candle, and the candle colors should be purple. I'm using white because that's what I have, as well as I have this deep blue, indigo, purple background as a representation that we are letting go and we're moving forward. So I have some selenite with me. I have a selenite wand. I love, 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 love this for my personal meditation practice. I think it's very clearing. Anything that is white or purple is a representation of the crown chakra, and it's really of clearing and letting go. So if you feel like it's your time to move on, you're just ready to kind of let all the mess go, move on, heal, and really step into your life, this is the perfect practice for you today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and burn some Palo Santo. And I'm going to be praying during our session just to communicate with God and ask for help and wisdom. I'm going to clear myself as well as you. God, please clear us out. Clear the energy out in the community so that we may do things for only our highest vibrational good. God, please clear out our chakras, clear out our aura. Allow us to have the patience to walk our path and to give ourselves forgiveness, and allow us to let go of the unnecessary baggage that we may carry. I ask God to utilize these healing crystals in order to cleanse and clear us, and that if something may come up, let it come up only for our highest vibrational good, and allow us to release any lower vibrational energy onto its next evolutionary path. And I say all of these in the name of I Am. Take a couple moments with yourself. As usual, we'll do 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Continue to breathe on your own. Continue to breathe. God, I call upon the ancient Reiki symbols in order to connect us as a community, that we may be able to activate our power, that we may receive this healing in this distance session, that we may heal any emotional traumas, heal our soul, and ultimately have freedom and resolution. And I say all of this in the name of I Am. God, I pray to let go of anything holding them back, that they too may find peace in all that they are doing, that they may move forward in their next evolutionary path and be a symbol of love, strength, and guidance. And I say all of that in the name of I Am. 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. Exhale. Continue to breathe. Okay. So I'm going to get my hands warmed up. Just to scan your body. To see what's going on. Starting from your root. Feeling your sacral, solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, finally your crown. Okay. Continue to breathe. Just opening up and making room in there. Let me in and to release, to let me in, to let me in, to let me in. Clear over, clear over, clear over. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You no longer have to feel insecure. You no longer have to feel anxiety. You no longer have to feel depression. You no longer have to feel uncertainty. You no longer have to doubt your path. You no longer have to feel for your safety, physical, spiritual, or emotional. You no longer have to carry that baggage. This is your life. You have the choice to continue to carry it if you'd like. But if you no longer want to carry it, you have permission to let it go. Letting it go means moving on, discovering new energetic patterns of higher vibration, being okay with being uncomfortable as you're learning new things, and letting go of the familiar patterns that are no longer working. You have permission to shed people, places, locations, jobs, experiences, and understandings of who you are to come into your highest vibrational path. And God is there for you, always and forever. You no longer have to punish yourself. You no longer have to be guilty. You are healing. You are of the highest healing. And you can let the energy go. So I'm going to lift this weight off your shoulders. One more time. Lift up all the energy. It's holding you back. Final time. Energy lifted up. Let it go. Okay. Starting at your root. Starting down there. God, please root. Please root us down so that we may be able to pull up the nutrients that we need to build our life. Give us the confidence to go forward in our life and let go of the need to fear the unknown. That we are safe, that we can only control what is in our body, and that is no longer our responsibility to control what is out of our body. We take up space, we unapologetically live who we are, and we move forward. And I say all of this in the name of thank you, and I am moving up to your sacral. God, please allow us to build these beautiful babies, whether they are physical babies or creative babies, and let us speak our passions and our gifts and allow those seeds to build right there in our sacral. If we are repressing anything out of fear or doubt, allow them to let go. Please allow anyone's situations or circumstances that are holding us back, allow them to move out of the way, or if they cannot move out of the way, allow us to build up enough confidence to walk past them as we continue to grow these beautiful babies within us. Moving up to the solar plexus now. God, give us the confidence. There have been many times where we wanted to be happy and feel comfortable all the time, to not ruffle anyone's feathers, but knowing that in order for us to do our purpose here, that it's going to happen. So as we know that we have never set the intention to hurt others or to bring them down, to please connect us with our path, and if someone feels that way, to release them from our path and to move on, that we no longer feel like we need to stay where we're at, moving up now into the heart. God, open ourselves and open our heart to our purpose so that we connect ultimately to our purpose and we move forward in that direction, that we continue to walk, run, crawl, or even take baby steps towards that path in situations and circumstances that may not always be the best, but let us have hope that one day we will make it to the other side in this life and continue to share our gifts and our love. And I say all of this and thank you, and I am moving to our throat. Let us, God, speak our truth so that we no longer hide ourselves from who we are to benefit others or benefit what we think others want. Free this space out, God, and allow us to speak who we are unapologetically. And I say this in the name of I am and thank you. Moving now to our third eye. Let us see our path, a path we've always been able to see and trust it. Going forward, let us be open to any changes that you see fit, and allow us be allow us to be comfortable being uncomfortable as we learn these new, better things for ourselves. I say all this in the name of I am, moving up to the crown. God, please lift our energy up so that we see our highest purpose, that we move past any baggage, any trauma in our life, that we understand that everything we've gone through is for our highest vibrational path, and that we are able to move any pain, trauma, or lower vibrational energy onto its next evolutionary path. We no longer have to be owners of it. We move on. We no longer have to hold other people's emotional baggage. We move on. And I say all of this in the name of I am. Take a deep breath in. Fill that energy up. Exhale. Bring that energy down. Inhale. Exhale. Final time. Inhale. Exhale. Now I want you to just take this moment to breathe from the bottom coming up. Exhale. Now breathe from the top coming down. A gesture of manifesting. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Final time. Inhale. Exhale. Smooth over your aura. Smooth over your aura. Sign it with the sign of the infinity. God, I release the community so that they may move forward and go on and live their life in their physicality, understanding that they have a greater path in front of them, understanding that it is not their job to control what is outside of them. They only have to worry about uplifting what's inside of them. Please, God, give them strength and courage for loved ones, family members that may be their roadblocks. Please, God, give them courage if it may be their job, their source of income, or that they are facing certain things like their health or even their own sense of self-worth. Please, God, move these things out the way so that they may unapologetically go forth, and that they understand that it is not about being perfect, that they can speak their voice, that they can have confidence and courage without being perfect, that you can speak out loud and make mistakes. It's okay to say, I'm sorry, and continue to move on. No longer do we need to put those expectations on us, or do we need to honor when other people put those expectations on us. God, please give us the courage to move on from people, situations, and things that do not serve our highest good. And as we transition, that we feel your love and light. And please give us, most importantly, a rooted down sense of self-worth, so that we may walk from this pattern of energy into one that is truly abundant, and that we release any lower vibrational energy attachments or our past. And I say this all in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. You did a wonderful job today, family. I really appreciate you all always showing up and healing. As much as you are healing, I am healing. And I offer my services online. You can find me at Reiki Healing Hope at gmail.com. You can send me an email, or you can also send me an email just to say hi, how are you? If you want to tell me your story and tell me your healing story, I would love to hear that as well. I think it is so beautiful to see our community healing together. I would love to see if your sessions here have been helpful, and that's definitely encouraging for me, as well as I will continue to share my healing story. I'm at a very beautiful time in my story where I'm probably about, I'm going to say 75 to 85% healed to the place that I want to be. I had some health concerns, which were chronic migraines, amenorrhea, which is I didn't have menstrual cycles, and a illness that I had experienced over the last 2 years called cholinergic urticaria, where I was allergic to heat and getting hot. as well as some other things, ovarian cysts, kind of digestive issues, as well as anxiety. So going in this healing path and being able to share this with the community is so important to me. I am going forward in my life every day, still healing and healing every part of my life, whether I feel like I want to be better professionally in my day job that pays the bills and be more mindful of my finances. I talk a lot about financial responsibility and independence, as well as that emotional support, understanding your boundaries, letting people go, letting situations go. And also, I make it a point to understand that things are not clear cut, that a lot of times we're in transition, and this feels like a very transitional period for us where things have happened and we want to get to the other side, but we feel like we're stuck in this transition. You know that someone's no good for you, but you're not on the other side where you're like, hey, I can completely be detached from the person. You see the good things about them, but then you're like, man, I just keep on getting in the same pattern, but I'm not necessarily at a place where I can move forward and move on. And that can happen in romance, can happen in family. What happened for me, it happened a lot of my friendships. That was very, very devastating for me, because I definitely put my friendships on a pedestal. And it happens in, as I said before, love and things like that. We're always learning how to love better and love deeper. And for me, I know that my journey, because I'm very into astrology and my natal chart, it has a lot to do with building self-worth, self-love, and self-confidence. I can get very wrapped up in wanting to build others up so much and wait for them to build me up. And I learned through the hard lessons in life that it's no one's responsibility to be responsible for my emotional support, physical support, financial support, as well as I am not responsible for them. So I had to let myself be off the hook for a lot of those things, a lot of caregiver roles that I had. But it was hard because I felt like I lost who I was. People loved me for that. And I had to reestablish my identity and my strength, and I had to show up for myself each day. And I realized that it was harder for me to motivate myself to show up for myself than it was for me to show up for other people, which indicated to me that it was time for me to address my sense of self-worth. So I always talk about boundaries, raising your self-worth, that's not selfish, that we need to build ourselves up. Sometimes it can be one of the most selfless things that we do, to take care of ourselves, so that when we interact with others, it is from our highest vibrational pattern. And I know that in the community we have a lot of people who, maybe they just had a stressful day, or they're, suffering from adrenal fatigue or anxiety or depression, or just they're on the go, 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 and they never stop. And sometimes it's nice just to hear someone out in the internet, maybe that you don't know, that you don't have to explain yourself, say you have the permission to let things go. Even if it's just for 20 minutes, to be able to do that. So know that whenever you're in this space, you have the permission to let go. You have the permission to take the time out and to really feed yourself, feed your soul, and feed your spirit. And I pray and vow to come to you with clear energy and clean energy for our highest good, my highest good, and for your highest good. And I just ask that you do the same thing, to come with clear and clean energy for your highest good, our highest good, and my highest good, because I definitely want to see us all heal. I'm going to continue my healing journey. I have seen so much healing in seeing doctors. I go to a homeopathic doctor. I go to a regular nurse practitioner doctor as well. I'm always making sure that I'm getting my ovaries scanned, making sure I'm doing all my blood tests, making sure I'm taking all my remedies, which is what medicines are called in homeopathy, making sure that it's important for me to know when to slow down. Okay, incorporate some more meditation, incorporate some more yoga, incorporate some more eating right, getting good sleep, in reducing my stress. And I totally understand that we all live in a time where it may not be easy to be perfect all the time. But I just want you to know that here, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to come as you are. And we love you so much. So if no one has said this to you today, I love you. And you have permission to love yourself. So until next time, with all the love, grace, and wisdom, take care of yourselves because you are so precious. Until next time.